I am recording too, by the way. I'm looking at it, and yeah, this is a used product. I can see scratches on it, and what you call it, the like pressed on the like soft spots on the plastic. I don't know, it looked like everything's here. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure. It looked like everything here. I'm not sure. And the only way I would know is until the guy comes to install it. At-home tools, measuring tape, headlamp, multi-purpose tool, box cutter, 3 different sets of pliers, adhesive tape, flashlight, and DYI multi-purpose tool, hammer. Equipment purchase: 2 bags of salt, 40-pound bags. This is a 4-pack of Sharp Bite 34 by 34 elbow. There go the number to try to find it. And 2 extra elbow by Sharp Bite. Plastic hanger strips, 10 feet. Cobalt PVC cutter, 1 1/4 inch. Then we have our Sharp Bite lines, 1 inch by 1 inch. Then 2 25-foot tubing. This is what it came with. I don't know how long it is, but this is the one that came with it. This is the drain line, the adapter. These hook onto here to hook onto the machine, washers, and these are safety clips. Tools used on today's project: GoPro Hero 9, and we're using the Ray-Ban glasses. Can't forget 2 10-foot water lines to attach to here. So we're coming from hot water heater. Coming up, this is the line coming into the house. Shut-off valve come across. We got the water line coming in here. This is coming into the house. And this one is the one that's supposed to go to the outside faucets. This is something that you need to note. This is the PRV, pressure release valve. This is what you need to check. The silver label is where you see the pressure rate, the first from the bottom where you see the screw going up, the first line is the pressure. Mine is, I think it's 15 to 75. So that's in the right range for what we need today. So over here is the water line coming in the house, coming down, and here go the T from the previous side, going over to the hot water heater. Here is our water softener from Whirlpool. I didn't want it sitting on the concrete, so I had extra tile sitting around, so I'm having it sit on the tile to measure out where I have it, where I'm going to place it. And second, I didn't want it scrubbing on the concrete going back and forth. So we actually going to place it here. We're going to run our lines up here. We're going to go across this pipe here. We're going to come across this pipe, and we're going to go across under the duct system, and we're going to cut the pipe right after that, and that's where we're going to attach everything. So we have two drain lines. We attach one here. We attach one here. So we're gonna have them running up through here, across with the rest of the wires. We're gonna come out here. Then we're gonna come here, right here. Then we're gonna bring the wires under here. There's a hole here done by my plumber a long time ago. Good job now, because we're gonna run the lines down here and we're gonna put it in the drain here. So this is how we're gonna drain. One last tool to mention, two-step folding stool. We're gonna use this to reach up high. Other tools. Manual, sandpaper, optional, gloves, cleaning pad, rag, cleaning solution. Just think about every ripped glove. Could be scratched skin. So I just saved my skin. Star of the show, iPhone 12 Max. So now we're getting started with the first step. I'm cleaning mine. Just wiping them down with baby wipes. Kirkland's Best. So we're gonna wipe it down, then we're gonna start assembling. I just wanna make sure, because walking around in our basement, it's a lot of debris everywhere. So just a little quick wipe down, make sure none of my bad stuff get up in here. Now, next step is, we're gonna start lubing the O-rings. This is all the lube that it comes with. That's a lot of lube for 4 O-rings, so don't be stingy on the lube. It actually has the tear off part here. And let's start lubing. Just get a little amount on here. We're gonna lube these together. Good. The lube is really kind of thick, actually. We're gonna roll that on here. We're gonna stop right here at the first notch. Okay, now we're gonna place these inside. what to look for is, see the O-rings here. We're gonna push down to it. You can hear it. Where you heard that one, right? So it goes in, and then we're gonna put these on. The best way that I found is put it on the inside and then just kick the outside out. And we're gonna do that again. So now that this is installed, we're going to the machine, repeat the process, but we're coming down here. We're gonna lubricate the washers, put them on the first loop, slide it in the machine, and hook it up again. And yes, let's go to the machine. Okay, when you unbox the machine, these two locks will already be on there. I took them off. Plus the power cord be here, then a rubber band keeping everything together. I push everything on the inside right now. So let's finish doing what we gotta do. We're gonna put them right there. We need to oil up the next two O-rings. I think that's sufficient enough. Let's go ahead and get that lube on there real nice. I think that's good. So now we're going to slap the O-rings on. Okay, let's go ahead on and slide these in. Same process. Push them in until you hear them pop, click, however y'all call it where you're from. Same scenario, but I think I'm going to come from the bottom. And go up. Make sure it's in. Maybe I should have came from the top. But now those are in. They're locked into place. And we can go clean our gloves now, because everything's lubricated as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so I had to take these back off because trying to screw one on one, trying to screw that one on, there was too much play in the machine, and I am known for breaking things. So I took it off, and I'm glad I did. We didn't need the adhesive tape. Actually, it made it harder. For those who actually mechanically inclined, I already knew that, but hey. So when I'm tightening this down, you see. So I'm going to tighten this down. When I was tightening that one down, there was I had a feel in there, like resistance. So I'm gonna go for that same scenario. Hopefully I can find that same scenario. As soon as I feel the resistance, I'm going to stop, and hopefully that'll be tightened enough. Actually, that's it. So what happened was, yeah, that looks about the same. I didn't have this piece pulled all the way down, so this one, it took me a couple of times to screw with this till I can feel this, the plastic piece pull out on the back. So this one actually feel as tight as that one. So now we're gonna go back in here. Nope, we need gloves. No gloves. We gotta have our gloves. So the actual washer came off when I took these off. So I just placed this one back in. Once again, make sure you push it down until the washer is not shown in this gap. And I don't know why I like the back side, but I put it on the back side and bring it around and click, and that's in place. I did not need this. connecting these two. I did not need this. So now we're gonna do the same on the other side. Here we go. Put that on. And then the clip. Okay, so I got the wrong hose, so now I have the correct one. It's a 3/4 by 1 inch. So the 3/4 is for the piping, and then the 1 inch, of course, is for the actual machine. So now we got that. We go head on and follow this step again. I'm glad I didn't take those off. So we just put this down. It locks in, you don't see the washer, and like I say, I like coming in from the back and bringing it forward. Boom, that's connected, and you can see what I got going on here. So I got it here, and I wanted to come up and go across. So this is actually 17 inches. That's what I measured. So I'm going to do the same here. So hopefully I measure it right and it hits here, so I can go straight across. And okay, I got the rod running through here, and I found some rope. I tied off from the end. Put the rope on the tip of the hook, which I didn't think was going to be that difficult. And now we're just gonna pull that on across. Now we have our rope. We can lay this down. So this plan actually worked out very good. So the wires actually won't go through here. So these wires actually comes through on the other side. So there's a gap right up in here. So I just threw the fishing line through, and I thought I was going to have to actually try to find it, but it actually perfectly landed right here. So I can finish taping these two lines off, and my plan is just to hook it here. That's probably got to do a little better. I'm gonna split it, put it down the middle. Okay, so I put it in through the tape, so they're going, and it's going over this pipe. So I guess that's a good thing. I don't know if this pipe hot or not, but I guess we're gonna have to find out sooner or later. These is plastic, so it's not touching. Maybe, I don't know. We're just gonna try it. There's a lot of things in there that I can't see. So we're gonna pull this nice and slow. And every time it gets stuck, we're just gonna go back and forth to see what's going on. Trying to straighten these wires out would be a must. So let's go ahead on and just pre-put these up over that pipe. Okay, so I just did some DYI stopper here. Put some more tape, some Velcro, and this vacuum cleaner pipe to try to help prevent this not going through there as I pull on the other side. So we got I think we have enough, so we can actually try to take this off without breaking the tape. There we go. So now we hook it on here. So So I left, remember the hook went through here and I left the tail, so I'm just gonna loop it through there and then just do a little tie here. Sorry, this is the best I can do. I don't know no Boy Scout knots, so we're gonna do it like that. And now we're gonna just try to feed it back through. Oh, did that wrong. Blooper. Okay, I actually remember seeing my cousin doing this type of knot before. So you tie it here, and then loop down, tie it here, and then bring the excess string up, and then just tie both of these together. So when you're pulling it, you're not putting stress on nothing. So then just one piece of tape should do it. And this is the wrong tape, by the way. I just didn't feel like going upstairs and grabbing my blue painter's tape. So don't use the same tape if you got painter's tape. So now we just, oh, what we did was, so we ran the line through, and then they have it on these pieces of rope. So I looped it through here, looped it through here, and this is too tight here. Okay, we got the first line through. We're gonna do the second one. So we're gonna tie it. Bring it down, tie it again. Bring the tail up. Use the recycled tape. Oh wow, I took the screen out. That's a big no-no. So actually we can't use it, but my distance is short. So let's just show you how to tie that, and don't pull the screen all the way out. Okay, so I repeated this step as the first one. I hooked the bottom of this, or the ruler, onto the back. Measured 17, and then just make sure it's right, and then I use the marker to mark it. So now we got that out the way, and I got a habit of misplacing tools, so this is my new regiment. I put everything back here once I'm done. So now with this tool, the one I just got, the pipe cutter, just pull it out. Find your mark, and then you push this down, the blade. Find your mark again, and then you squeeze, and it slowly cuts. I'm off. So now, it doesn't matter. We're gonna just push this on, push down, till it feels like it's all the way down, and then same here. Push it in, push till it feels like it's all the way down, and actually they're about the same, so I think I did a good enough job. So just think I'm gonna slide the machine over a little bit more. So we got here, and I'm gonna tie these off eventually. Actually, the one I thought I cut short is a tad higher, but we should be okay. I'm just checking one more time. Everything's good. So now we have to measure. Okay, moment of truth. So I ran the line. This is the end, and I connected it to the other side. So it's coming down, it's right here. I plan on cutting right here, right past the light, just in case later on I do put a water filter on here. I have all that room to play with. So after the break, we'll see. We're gonna cut here. I got 2 buckets, 2 big buckets and 3 small buckets and a tub right there in case I did something wrong. Pray for me. And further ado, let's get ready. Okay. Hold on, I hear water. Huh, more water came out of somewhere. Okay, now we're back from the commercial break. We're gonna clean the pipe right here. Moment of truth, guys. People. We're cutting the pipe right here. Kind of missed the bucket. I got over there a little bit. But for the most part, I did the water line right. Okay, so this is what I came up with. I cut the line. I elbowed it, going straight down and going back over there. This one I'm going to elbow, but I'm going to elbow, you know, turning that way. And what I did was, I didn't measure, I just cut, and then I cut them both evenly. These were right under 3.5 inches. So you just say 3.5 inches. So then I'm going to put this on like that. And the shark bite is just that simple. I should have one more shark bite. So to look inside, it had the plastic tubing that actually fits inside. And then it actually have a seal right there that's attached to the plastic. And then the teeth. So you can just put on and just feel for the snap. Okay, we have that on. And this is actually a little heavy. My wood here is actually broke. So I'm gonna scrap this over to here. But let's go ahead on and finish this part. Hopefully that's not gonna break. I'm playing a plumber anyway, so I get it fixed. So now what we're doing now is, that's why you don't leave your toys in the middle of the walking way. We're gonna measure this out to 5 feet. I think that's way more than what we need. Actually, we're gonna do 4.5. I do inches, so I have to put on this side. So we're gonna measure right here. Should be sufficient enough. Now we get our cutter. Push it down on that line there. Try to screen it up as best as we can by eyeballing. There we go. Now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna slide this over like we did the first one. Alright, we're here. We'll snap this one on. And to me, it's like it's a double. So it's like one piece, it fits, and then push it again, and it should snap twice. Feel like. Okay, now, okay. Oh, got my glove. That's pink skin, safe. Okay, now we got that. So now, we're gonna tie these down. And we're gonna use, here we go. Okay, we need scissors, so we're gonna go back and get scissors. Okay, so So now we're trying to scrap down the water lines. Let's see how we're gonna do this, because we need to close it up. So let's just put this, we gotta go in that way. So put this like this, and I want to go together like this. So let's come around here. And then we're going to tighten this up. And then I just pre-drilled some holes. How I picked the holes, I just picked them. The spots. So I don't know if they're good spots or bad spots, but I just picked spots to drill. Slow first. Make sure, yeah, we don't have too much pressure on here. So we got that here. I know it's close to the light, but I ain't got that much room. Here we're going next. So same. I'm just looking for a spot. Just picking a spot. Pre-drill a hole. Make sure it's going in. Bring it back out. Change my bits. Turn it back up. And now just eyeball it. Take some string and just cut it. Unless I think that's too much, we're gonna cut it here. And then we grab a screw and repeat. Okay, so I wasted scraps because I cut that too short. So a new way to do it now is to just wrap around and aim here. Aim to wherever your spot is and then cut. Cause I don't like wasting. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use that because I thought this was short and everything else is gonna be bigger. But let's go ahead on and put that there. And basically this is just to keep, my theory is to keep it from just hanging down. So we got that on the way. Let's go on to the other side. Okay, we got 2 more pre-drill holes so we can just keep going. And what I wanna show is how I did it last time. So it's not just trying to eyeball, just in case your eyeball is not eyeballing right. So this should be enough to reach up there. So I'm cutting here. And the other one's a little bit longer, so we're going to scratch it out. That's here. And then we're just going to give it some more space. Too much is okay. And while you're doing that, keep making sure you got water coming in the house going to in. So go into the machine, water coming out, going into the hot water heater. And this is for over there, so we'll put it here. And let's go ahead on and tackle these to it. And another note, if you got a magnet on your screwdriver, you can put your screws here instead of having to put them down somewhere. All right, let's knock this out on a very tight area. So actually let's do our pregame again. Okay, we got both of those put on. Now it's time to do the water lines, the drain lines. I like to get the edge of it in the big mouth part. Catch it right there when it gets stuck on the edges. Right there. And push down. And then I put it on backwards. It's much easier to put it on backwards. Okay. So now those are preset. The washer. Okay, we're gonna put the washer in there. I usually just get an angle and just push it up and down. Okay, the washer in. Now we'll put the drain hole in. We're gonna point it up since ours is coming down. Okay, that's in. So now we can start grabbing our water lines. Ooh, this one is more tight. So we're gonna put it on this one. Actually, we need a little slack. Let's take the top off. Get a little better grip on here. A little bit more slack. So actually, I'm gonna take these off because it's kind of in the way. Now, get a little bit more grip on here. Okay, I think that's good enough. Now we're gonna tighten this one. Make sure it's on the ripples. Alright, same goes for this one. Actually, I think I should have put it on before I put it inside the machine. Okay, we got that on now. That's the best we can get this one. Now if these come off later, it's gonna leak on my floor, but I switch it out with the black hoses. So now we can safely put this back inside. That's done. Put these back inside and don't break the washer. So again, we're gonna go from the top this time. Put it on. Take it to the bottom. Push in one more time to make sure it was locked, because it wasn't. Now we go in here. It's locked. Push it in. They both lock. So now I need to make sure these are out the way. Okay, we're checking, making sure we got all the line in. So this one is a, make sure we get this one in. So we're pulling over. It just made a sound, so maybe that's up in there. Okay, I can do a little bit more, but that looks great. To take this off, because I took this off in a bit of hurry. It hooks here and here. So just lift out and lift up. And here go the power line. And this is the rubber band I was talking about. This is the rubber band that was hooked right here to behind here and kept this and those in place. So I'm gonna take this out. We probably can use it later though. So I'm gonna put it here. Would that leak out? Yes. So I think this piece gotta connect this piece here. It's not connected. So now this is basically the cord going into the motherboard to activate everything. Now look forward to run my line. I have to come from the room on the opposite side and run an extension cord. I need the extension cord. Let me go over these old pipings that they didn't take out. So look like I found a use for them. Now I need to find. Got it. It's stuck in the corner. Actually, this is a take because this is going over there. So I'm gonna take it out of here, off and under this power line cord, and then I'm gonna shoot it back into the wall so it doesn't pull on. So this part is on you, but I'm gonna cut my lines right here. I'm gonna bring them down, measure it like this, and then I'm gonna start taping them to try to keep them straight and together. The theory is to keep them from not coming out the drain. Okay, so this is what I came up with. Not pretty, but I got a drain line. So now we have to fix the ceilings, cut on the water, check all for leaks. And I never took this out. Well, I took them out and put it back in because I wanted everything to stay stable while moving this around. So we're gonna take this out and start putting the salt in. We got the salt here. We're gonna start dumping the salt in here. Okay, there's no water leaks. So what I first did was I cut it on, 2 seconds, cut it off, checked all the lines, came back, cut it on, 4 seconds, cut it off. I did that like 3 or 4 times, and I checked all the connectors, made sure everything was good, no leaks. We got a little salt in there. We're gonna go ahead on and put the other salt bag in now. Okay, so we actually do have a leak on this one. Trying to make sure it's here. Yeah, it's here. So we need to bite down on this one and try to close that up. Okay, we're gonna put the second bag of salt in now. And the salt is stuck together. So 2 40-pound bags, put it at level 3. So I'm going to get 3 more bags of salt. So next step says add water and add salt. We added the salt, we add in the water, add in about 3 gallons. So I have 8 of these in right now. This will make 9. This is 2.9 liters. It's 8. This is 2.9 liters. So that should be roughly about 3 gallons. So that's about 3 gallons with the salt. The next step is we gotta add bleach. Actually plug it in and add bleach. Next step is make sure all wires away from the gears because it spins. We're about to hit the regen cycle. So everything's off. Make sure everything plugged in. Make sure all the wires are where they're supposed to be basically. And then we put this back on. Make sure the power wire is out the way. Pop back into place, and I have it wrapped around this pole going over. So now we hit the regen for 3 seconds. Okay, next step is to press and hold the regen, the charge button. Hold for 3 seconds. Motor didn't start. Let's do it again. We need to add more salt. Okay, so now we're cutting up. This is bag number 4. And I want to show the sharpness of the knife, the cobalt knife that we just bought for 19 bucks. They just went in, they're just like butter. It's very sharp. And I think it's better to pour in here with the top off. Okay, so this is 4 bags that's at level 6. You see the salt level here. So then the next step is to program before you can do everything else. So you have to go to page 13 and 14. And here 13 is start on the time. So we already did the time with the hit the program button. Current time, we did time. Next, we go to it's the water hardness. Mine doesn't have a kit, so just for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna put mine on 35 just to say that I can do it, just so I can go through the process. Regen. Okay, so this is the time. Then they go to hardness. I set mine on 35 until I figure out what's going on with mine. Next is the regen. So this is the time that you wanted to do it. So it's preset to 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna keep that there. And then next is the salt type. We got basic salt. We don't have the KCl, that's like fine minerals, chlorine. You know, people that's worrying about salt, whatnot. We're not worrying about that. So we're gonna keep ours here. Next one is salt level. So when you see salt level here, it's at 1. So that's actually here, we're right here. So then salt level, we just hit salt. We're at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Next, and then to go back, now you're done. So now you go, okay, now we're back on page 11. For those that don't want to read or don't like to read, once you do the program, you go to 13 and 14. When you come back here, this step is most important. Do not skip the clean out. Rinse out, clean the fibers. So you have to put the top back on. The best way is lay it down on the grooves here, and then the locks you can see are right here. It makes it easier to just close. Then you hit the recharge here for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. So my water line going into the drain is not that secure, but it's not overflowing. If so, it's behind the wall, and I will check after everything's done. But it is up top, so we'll see how that go. Okay, so now we're going to check it again later. So what I did was I took the drain hole from the wash machine out, slid these in, as you can see from the black line that they are more further down in there, and then simply just put the drain line back in there. I checked the wall down there, the light is going out, there's no water leaks. I got a little dripples here on the ground, but I think I did that, so we'll check later and see. But right now I think it's no water leaks. Okay, the regen is over and we're complete. This is what it looks like afterwards. One last check. Everything's secure, no water drops. This was dropping earlier and it was dropping right here, so that's what I'm checking. There's nothing. We're gonna walk around to the other side. Everything's secure, no water, everything dry. We are good to go. Everything's complete and we're out.